Celebrating 25 years of media excellence, thanks to you, our audience, for always being with us, being our solid rock, yes, every step of the way. Welcome to Joy News Interactive, right here on your most credible news source on your digital TV. We're also live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 144. Join the conversation with your comments, your opinions, your thoughts on our social media handles at Joy News on TV, on WhatsApp on 0540109009. I am Na Ajelidoku. Well, let's start with our first story. On a rather sad note, more than 20 people have lost their lives in a very horrible accident at Kintampo. Reports suggest a Yutong bus reportedly collided with a mini sprinter bus, causing both vehicles to go up in flames. We all have roles to play. It's our responsibility to ensure we all stay safe. I am gutted and hope this will be the last of such accidents. The pictures are gory. Gosh, I beg your indulgence, please forgive us. But we have been reacting to this on our Facebook page, and I'm reading some of your comments as well. It's coming from Alexander Tete. He says, what is the meaning of life? Is it their destiny or bad luck? Human beings burnt like that. It's too much for my eyes to believe this tragedy. They burn with all their monies, expensive clothes, and mobile phones. Nothing in this world is permanent, including our lives. Nana Kwame says, Ghana needs double roads and three roads to tell the so-called vice president to stop the rubbish cathedral and develop our roads. This is a national emergency to save lives. Charles Boabing says, I can't think far for this Kintampo road. Some drivers are also not considering such accidents on the road and always traveling on top speed. May God help passengers on the Kintampo road. Michael Austin says, accidents in Ghana has everything to... Okay, that one went fast. That's from Francis Donald. Said, you see, I always say this, if our roads are not properly maintained, provision of street lights to respective places are not done, drivers advise of careless driving, especially at night, provision of road destination signs and symbols, if all these factors are not taken into consideration, then we would keep blaming ourselves over innocent lives lost. May their souls rest in perfect peace. I sympathize with the families. Emmanuel Bento says, these images shouldn't be displayed. Humans burn to ashes. I think there's a law which restricts heavy-duty cars from traveling at night. Why don't we enforce it? I stand to be corrected. Also, street lights on our highways would be very useful. 2020 proving to be a very horrible one. The road accidents are getting out of control. Why not fix the road? Someone made it a priority to vote you. Voted him out, okay? Even if that road is a first-class road, it's the only road we see road accidents. Simply put, about 90% of our roads are bad. Trewa says, poor roads everywhere. They come out with fake budgets claiming they have constructed some roads. Both NDC and NPP are corrupt. They are corrupted. They get nothing to offer. They got nothing to offer as Ghanaians. Rest in peace to departed souls. Abwaje says, people should stop traveling in the night because it's very dangerous, especially on these narrow roads with headlights on. Francis Ajabing says, my humble suggestion is that we should, endeavor to, reconstruct. Okay, that one went faster. Inusa says, what are leaders doing to stop reckless and careless drivers on our roads? It's time to start punishing careless drivers severely in Ghana to save the nation. Ghana road accidents are more horrific than terror attacks. And this coming from Mutaza, he says, I have said it over and over again, the only time that I will join a demonstration in Ghana is when people mass up to demand for dual carriage on all our highways to end this untimely death. And I do agree with you, Mutaza. I will join just so we could get better roads. This is too much for me this morning. And those were the comments coming on Facebook about the accident that happened this morning on the Kintampo Road. May their souls rest in perfect peace. I'm trying to compose myself. So now let's move to our next story. Every year, the world celebrates women on the 8th of March. The International Women's Day is to drum home the point that women need to to be commended for the roles they play in our lives. Many activities are done on the day. Here in Ghana, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology is also helping in increasing the number of female engineers, and that makes me a little happy. The department is targeting over 30% enrollment of females into the engineering courses in the coming years. Women presently constitute 15% of the student population at the College of Engineering. Provost Professor Mark Adoma Samoa says the decision is a response to stellar performance by women at the college. Here's Kwesi Debra's report.
Professor Adoma Samoa says the college's affirmative action program accounts for the increased female student population.
We realized this year, and as has been the case in the past 3 years, that our female students, they keep doing better and better and better. And this, I believe, has arisen as a result of some of the measures that we are putting. For an instance, we have an affirmative action where we are bringing in female students who, if the cutoff, they are within 1 point of the cutoff, we bring them in to come and do engineering. Traditionally, around the world, female student population in engineering is very low. The figure around the world is around 11% for engineering colleges. And I'm glad to say that we are currently doing about 15% of the female population. And out of this 15%, we have close to 20 to 25% of the students who excel, mostly being females. So whilst the student population the female population is about 15%. In terms of performance, we have about 25% of them outperforming the males.
The award ceremony of the engineering college honors students who excel in various departments. Corporate partners, which have been offering internship and other opportunities to students, were also recognized. The career fair brings industry face-to-face with academia.
Universities train students so that they get into the job market. And for us to train students, we want to make sure that they have the requisite skills to be able to enter the job market. So what we do after the career fair, after the industrial awards, is that we follow it up with a career fair, and we bring in companies who come in first and foremost to talk about their companies and what they do. And then they also do interviews for prospective students who will go in firstly as national service personnel, which may lead into employment, full-time employment after national service.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Debra.
And that was my colleague Kwesi Debra's report. So we also asked you to name 2 women who have shaped your life positively. And here are some of your comments. Well, 2 people who have shaped my life. There's a lot of women in my life. But let me read from Bismarck. It says, my mom and my girlfriend. Isn't that beautiful? Nana J. Samuel says, my grandmother. Oh. And this is from Siki. Says, my mom and my girlfriend. And this is from Vemos. He says, my mom and Charlotte Osei. I'm sure she'll be proud to know that. And some more comments coming on Facebook about the women that have shaped your life positively. And this is coming from Mohammed Rabi, who says, my mother and my former head teacher, Madame Cecilia Fusua Kwati, may God bless them wherever they are. Amen. So that's one. Charles says, yeah, women power. Women are unique in their own way, and we celebrate you because be a virtuous woman, not a scatterer. And I love that, Charles. And this is from Ice. He says, my grandmother and my mommy. And this is from Nana Yao. He says, there are too many. And I agree with you. There are a lot of women. Asari Wazi says, my mom and my elder sister. Idrisu Inusa says, my clinical supervisor, Analia. Edmond Asian says, my mom and Madame Gladys Apia, also called Auntie for Interma Community 7, are always on my heart. Love them all. And Justice says, my mom, Miss Theresa Monday, boy, and Miss Comforts Monday, I die, my kid sister. And this is coming from Prof. Senior. Says, my mom, Miss Ya Abiba, and my Mrs. Ya Abiba, and my wife, Mrs. Rukaya, all of Akrodia in the Ahafo region. And this is from Bolanli Lister. Says, my mom, Mrs. Regina Apia at Adenta SDA Church and Her Excellency Rebecca Kufuor. That's beautiful. Where's my date? I'm confused. And those are beautiful responses coming from you on our Facebook page. Well, let me tell you mine. Well, I have a lot of beautiful women, but my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace. I love you so much. And my beautiful mother, yes, they have shaped my life positively. And the beautiful women I work with every single day. But on that one, we'll take a quick breather. When we come back, we'll talk some sports. Now, wasn't that beautiful? I love the Premier League, and let's just put it this way, I love football. It just sets my emotions up high. Now, let's read some of your comments that have been making my Monday morning. Now, this from Tim Long. He says, make top 4 or not, Ole is building a proper hashtag MUFC squad. One that the supporters can be proud of, and one that plays the game in true spirit of the club. On top of that, Martial, Rashford, McTominay, Fred, Matic, Shaw, and Linford are all better than they were under Mourinho. And this is coming from the King has spoken. Manchester is red, Derby Day. Man United, Man City. And that is Eric Cantona. On Derby Day in Manchester, the city is cut into. The Blues and the Reds invade the streets, and if your team wins, City belongs to you. And I love that. Eric Cantona. And this coming from, it says one player can change a whole team, a player called Bruno. He's such a dear to the whole Manchester United squad. And that's a picture of Bruno Fernandes. And I do agree with people when they say he's done a brilliant job since he was bought. And this one says, Wan-Bissaka, where the position players try to attack. Yep, you know, it says, we don't do that here. Yes, you don't. And I like the whole Wakanda theme behind it. You don't do that here. It says, Man United play classy football, defending and counter-attacking. The problem is players are selfish. Hashtag Man U, Man City. And that's a beautiful picture over there with Manchester is red. And a big shout to all the Manchester United fans. I know you guys are feeling beautiful this Monday morning. You're going to have a beautiful Monday week. A whole beautiful week. It says, can we please give a round of applause to Wan-Bissaka, Scott, and Inyama and Matic? These guys are underrated in the EPL. I don't think so. I think they are brilliant players. And those are your messages, your tweets on Twitter about the English Premier League, the Manchester Derby. And a big shout out to all the United fans, wherever you are. Have a beautiful week. It was a beautiful weekend. Now let's look at Monday motivation that is trending so beautifully. And here are some of your tweets. You know, we need to encourage ourselves on a beautiful Monday like this. Ed Young says, God is preparing you for what he has prepared you for. Hashtag Monday motivation. That is so true. You're ready for whatever it is God is preparing you for. This one says, doing what you love makes you happy. Love what you do. Hashtag motivation. Hashtag Monday motivation. So learn to love what you do. This says, this morning we will not allow people, places, and things to determine or set the tone for our day. You have the power. You have the strength. Hashtag Monday motivation. I love this. Yes, you do have the power. You wield the power. So don't let people distract you from that. It says, what you do today can improve all your tomorrows. And that's coming from Ralph Martin. It says, hashtag Monday motivation. So you prepare today for a better tomorrow.
ha, ha.